You thought I was done with him, didn't you? Unfortunately, talking about him last video sent me into another manic spiral of desperately needing to consume more Hawks. It's bad, y'all. You know it is when you start watching AMVs. I haven't quite gotten to the point of watching MMDs, but we're getting there. So, a fun thing I learned about him during this frenzied time was that apparently, before his official height was released, Hawks was theorized to be 5'4". I lost my mind, guys. This fleeting reality that was dangled before my eyes swiftly crushed by the cruel realization that he is, in fact, 5'7". Absolute tragedy. Look, 5'7" is great and all, but could you imagine? Tiny, scruffy Birdman? He would have been nearly 4 inches shorter than me. But I'm not letting this go, Horikoshi. I'm not letting you take this away from me because I hold the power of headcanon. The great thing about fictional characters, see, is that actually nothing is real. You can tell me a character is canonically this and that, and I have every right to go, I don't give a fuck, and continue imagining them however I please, which means that Hawks is now forever my short king. Doma, 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 Doma. What can I say about this guy? I first saw him in Infinity Castle, had not seen a single episode of Demon Slayer before then. I just raw dogged the newest movie with no knowledge of the series. So, my first impression of Doma was he looks like a ladybug, and then followed by, ew, he's eating people? Again, I had no context for any of this. And then I left that movie not thinking much of it because I was so entranced by the fight scenes. But then I watched the anime and slowly my mindset shifted from ew, cannibalism to okay, the cannibalism is weird, but at least he's pretty, to God, I wish that were me. He's just so fucked up and it makes me so very happy. What a nasty little creature you are. I love you. Dimitri from Fire Emblem Three Houses, Chris Hackney, mwah, mwah, mwah. Only his pre-time skip version though. I do love his prim and proper type. And he's such a puppy and so attached to Violet. It's just so cute. Uh, his post-time skip is an acquired taste. He looks like a sewer rat. Ew, when was the last time you bathed? Could you could you imagine the stench when he peels that armor off? He pissed me off so bad every time he talked. Like, okay, there's a limit to how much edgelord I can handle. And every time I would just tell him out loud, shut the fuck up, Dimitri. Speaking of three houses, Hilda, Hilda, Hilda. Pink-haired girls with pigtails, I cannot overstate how much I love her. The way my Hilda constantly complains about being too weak to battle, and then proceeds to solo demolish the entire map with her axe that's probably heavier than she is. Yes, honey, I know you're my delicate little flower. Now go get 'em, girl. I would do anything to be under her boot. And you know who else is a pink hair girl with pigtails who can beat my ass? My Oshi, the love of my life. Kogyoku from Magi, Gat Moe Queen. She's shy and girly and proper, but once she gets in a fight, she's an undefeatable beast. You know Gasai? Come on, I had to put a yandere somewhere in here. Ooh, I never finished the show, but Cruel from Owari no Seraph is top class too. She's so pretty, it's almost cruel that I found the main character too insufferable to continue watching. Shinya in that series was pretty too, but sort of forgettable. I don't remember anything about this show. Wait, back to Magi real quick. Jafar and Koha? Jafar's just a cutie. What really caught my attention was the freckles. So rare to find freckled guys in anime, or like freckles in general. I'm in love with all of them. As for Koha, come on, he's got a big ass sword. And no, that's not a euphemism. He really has a giant sword and it's sick. Us Monster Hunter Great Sword mains want one thing and it's disgusting. I am currently stuck on Logan from my time at Sandrock, a dashing rogue with white hair and a voice that smooth. Woof woof. I guess girls really do like bad boys. We all think we can fix them. When he calls ya darlin', oh my. And in the same vein, Avery, oh, I'm so terribly excited for my time at Evershine. Haikyuu's Futakuchi, I have no idea why. He's just a little shit. Maybe that's my type too. In high school, me and my friend, who was equally obsessed with Haikyuu, would pretend to play volleyball during gym. As in, like, we would just pass a volleyball to each other, but in our heads, we were doing the sickest spikes. Neither of us were interested in actually learning the sport. We just wanted a taste of what our favorite Haikyuu boys experienced. But one of the actual volleyball team coaches saw us and came up to give us tips, and neither of us had the courage to tell her we were just imitating anime. Who else from Haikyuu? Oh, Semi, and Shirabu. I don't remember much about them though, just that I thought they were pretty, as well as that same team's captain. I don't remember his name. The left-handed big guy. Ooh, uh, Kaji Ren from Windbreaker. Okay. Honestly, I just really liked his fight scenes. It was so cool. I want to set him loose in a dogfighting ring. This anime is so funny. Why am I so entertained watching a bunch of high schoolers beat the shit out of each other? Okay, this one might be a hear me out, but Karmelita, I will not elaborate. In fact, I don't think I need to. Just look at her. All I will say is that I died to her minions a few too many times because I was mesmerized by her dancing in the background. Stop! I've talked enough about you. Back to the Shadow Realm. Wait, sorry, I have to go back to Fire Emblem real quick. I have so many Fire Emblem characters on this list. Alphonse is a cutie, but more importantly, I must talk about Claude von Regan. Pre-time skip? Okay, fine, good looking, but sort of boyish. I still love him though. But I didn't invest too much time in him. But post-time skip? Oh my goodness! Oh my! I can't believe he's not bi. Best route, by the way. The other routes, okay, I had just come from the Blue Lions route, and all the other routes are so dark and angsty, and then Golden Deer is just memes and dreams. But underneath the memes, he's still someone who's calculating and capable of making cruel decisions for the sake of his ideals. The amount of times I thought, damn, Claude, that's a little fucked up in Three Hopes, not zero. And that's how I like it. Demons for everyone. I really love his character in Three Hopes, actually. It establishes how much of an impact Byleth had on him, and as the biggest Byleth and Claude shipper, seeing him a little more bloodthirsty without them gave me the warm fuzzies. Yeah, you know what? I just realized why I like him so much. It's because he reminds me of Hawks. This feels a bit like cheating, but I kind of have a crush on some of my OCs. Wouldn't that be fun to talk about?